Hello everyone, so welcome to Folktale Week. Unfortunately, as I was editing this video, I noticed that I actually lost some footage. So I lost 3 clips, one of them being the very first one and half of the first painting for Folktale Week. So I'm having to go back and refilm this. So I said I would just kind of give a brief overview of what Folktale Week is. It is sort of like a drawing challenge that you see on Instagram. This one in particular has an account associated with it. I'll pop the name up here. So it's basically a week-long drawing challenge that happens in November of every year, and what you get is they release prompts. So this time it happened between the 14th and the 20th of November. So they release these prompts out, and I think you can have the options of telling a folktale story through these prompts. And what I had initially thought to do was do Irish mythology through these prompts, and I had some ideas, but I found I was struggling to fit in all of these specific prompts into specific Irish mythology stories. So I had kind of taken it out of my mind to do Folktale Week altogether, because I was like, well, if I don't have a good prompt for it or can't come up with anything good, I decided, I was like, I won't bother doing it this year, maybe I'll do it next year. But I actually, the day before, I think on the 13th at night, I came up with an idea all of a sudden. So then on the Sunday then I had to start doing all of my prompts then. So this week was definitely rushed, I'll say that for certain. I think I say it a few times throughout. I think next year for sure I'd like to do it more in advance. But what I started it out with anyways was I wanted to tell a story of these witches, because I came up with the idea for their costumes first. These little, they're almost like wearing big sacks with big pointy hats, without the brim on them like you'd see in a normal witch's hat. They're almost kind of like, it reminds me kind of like nun-esque. Yeah, so I came up with these characters, and there was going to be 3 foolish witches. So that's what I started out with. And then I kind of just sketched out these ideas as I went along, and wrote kind of captions for each of them. And yeah, so I got stuck into it. Or in the next clip you'll see I think it's the first 2 paintings that are half done. I missed out entirely the whole actual painting process for them. So, but I have plenty more for the other 5. Pity, because I think these 2 were like some of the more popular ones. But yeah, stick around if you want to see the outcome of Folktale Week for me. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome. And let me know which one turned out to be your favourite if you get through the whole video and see everything, because I want to know. I think this one's my favourite, but according to Instagram this one's a lot of people's favourite, although this one just could have gotten more reach. So I'm interested to know what you think is your favourite one. Buckle in, get a cup of tea, get some biscuits, chill out, and join me for Folktale Week. Hello and welcome to the voiceover part. This is the first painting with the prompt Fool, and the caption that I used for this one was 3 foolish witches set out on a journey. So this is obviously one of the ones that I missed out on the whole actual painting process, so you're only getting the pencils for this first one and the second painting that you can see off to the right. So what I did was I laid down layers of gouache and acrylic gouache, just a mix of 2 of them and kind of colours. You can see when I zoom out later on that it starts off in these like warm yellowy greens, and then you go up into deeper darker blues. So I kind of wanted to depict that they're starting off in a kind of a lighter, happier place, but it's going to get darker and more dangerous as they continue on. So yeah, I'll leave you with a little time lapse of me finishing out the pencils on this one. I have the first image done. I actually spent a lot longer on this than I did. I left this guy blank. I don't know, I'm tempted to go in with some greys. Maybe I could go in with some like, do some ominous clouds. I could also do some big ominous clouds. And you know what, it's gonna get spooky up in here. I've got some paint sprays to make the clouds even spookier. There you go. I think that's good. I want this to be kind of fun and scribbly. I'm iffy on the clouds now. I feel like, have I fucked it up? I wonder if I go in with something like this, add the overall dark cast to this guy. Maybe I could do like a really light, kind of like textures. But you know, it's gonna get freaky. So that's my first piece done. This piece, as you can see on my pencil, just been on it, so I haven't done anything on it yet. But I'll zoom you in and let you see this piece in all its glory. They start out in the kind of lighter forests, and they're about to go up into this dark, spooky forest, and it gets darker and darker as it goes up into the mountains, where it's stormy and grey. So that's kind of like the beginning of their journey, that they're going to go up in there. And who knows what they'll encounter? Not much. Spoiler alert. There's very mild peril in this story. Okay, so that's the first piece. I'm going to jump into this second piece now. Now we're going into this one. So I'll show you the sketches versus the final as well. So you can see this was my first sketch. My sketches are all very loose compared to my finals, but that's her sketch versus final, and now there's this sketch versus this one. So I've kept the shape of the tree quite similar, but I'm gonna obviously add more branches to it and everything. So done this piece, and now we will move on to this one. So I'll zoom you in a little bit so you can see everything I'm doing. this one, I think I have finished it. I probably would have liked higher contrast. I think it's slightly muddy, but that's okay because we're having a low pressure time. Can you hear me desperately trying not to be stressed about this? So I'll show you the final piece. So we have our three little witches. The prompt is the tree prompt. So this is them scrambling through the forest, going under huge big trees. Spooky, ominous. They're not bad. I'm trying not to be too hard on myself. 2 prompts down. 5 more to go. Okay, hello. We are back again. I might do a big double page spread here. This is the next one. It's a bit more of a plainer piece, so I feel like I could go a little bit bigger with it and get some more kind of like broader if I used, say, like this. This is like a 1-inch brush, and it's very good for big texture things. And then I also have this 2-inch brush, which is one you can do big, swoopy things. We're doing the prompt for stars, and now today I'm saying that the woods in the brush are too thick, so we're going to go up into the tree, into the stars. It's 2 days later. I actually didn't work on this at all. They got too dark the evening I was working on this, and then yesterday I didn't have any time to do anything. This is actually the prompt for today now, so I'm running slightly tight for time. I'm gonna go over this with pencil details and hopefully that'll bring it together, because I'm actually not too happy with it at the moment. So fingers crossed that when I go over the details now it'll come together better. I'm also going to work on the prompt after that one, which is rebel. So I'm going to have that one of their brooms is going to rebel against them and malfunction, and they're going to fall back down so they can't continue the rest of their journey in the sky. I think I'm done with this piece now. I don't want to overwork it because I feel like I'm not the happiest with it, but this is it from the viewing. Let you see everything. Maybe it's not as bad as I think. I have some flying through the sky. The prompt is stars, so I have a lot of kind of like shooting stars and general magic vibes going on. I wanted to make their brooms look really bristly and chaotic, because, you know, they're going to fail in the next image. So I wanted to make sure that you could see that they kind of look a bit crazy. I feel like I'm just lacking a little bit of contrast because their cloaks are already so dark and then the sky is dark. So I feel like that's what I'm missing in this piece. Like if you zoom out and look kind of far away from it, it's not easy to tell where all the figures are and what the broomsticks are and everything. So I think that's why I'm unhappy with this piece. We will move on. I'm just going to take some photos of this now because I have to post it, and then I'll move on to prompt number 4. Like I said before, this is day 4 Rebel. So now our witch, one of our witches on her broom, is going tumbling off her broom and into the brush underneath. I'm thinking instead of paints I might use my pan pastels. I've been really enjoying them. I was very much influenced by Sarah Dyer's and Emma Carlisle's Patreons. So as you can tell, this is another one of the clips that got deleted accidentally. I think my camera had run out of battery while I was filming, and then I lost the clips that had been filming at the time. So what you missed was that I had laid down all this background colour with the pan pastels, and now I'm going over it with some gouache in the details. I liked the pan pastels, but I think I prefer how they look when layered over gouache as opposed to just on their own. I think I prefer that aspect of it, that I just get better textures when they're layered over. I feel like I don't get colours that are saturated enough for my taste when they're just laid down by themselves. I think they're nice for sketches and maybe for a base colour that you're going to work a lot over, but I think for a big background like this where a lot of it is kind of blank space and doesn't have much details going on, I think the pan pastels just don't have enough hold on their own. So I'll probably just continue layering over in the future. Okay, I think I have completed this piece. This is day 4, Rebel. I keep saying rebel because I'm thinking rebellious, but one of their brooms has gone crazy, so that's why I've kind of done like, you know, the cross hatching kind of, or hatching kind of details there. And then she's falling down into all of these wild thorns and brambles. Hello again, it's Friday and I didn't do any drawing yesterday, so now I have to do some prompts today, which is costume. This is my initial sketch for costume. So I was going to do her walking along, so she fell into all these brambles and she's going to be walking out and she's going to be looking a little bit thick because her costume got caught in all the brambles. So I might have kind of big bushy big bushes in the brambles and she'll be walking along. So these are probably going to be kind of like pinky reds, and then they'll provide like a decent enough contrast against her costume then, and then the brambles will be all poking up. These are the main two colours I'll probably be using. These are the Turner acrylic wash, and they're not the regular kinds, they're the Japanesque, where does it say? Yeah, they're the Japanesque colours, and they have a different texture. Do I have any? I don't know, can I show it? Let's see if I can zoom in here. Just when I tested everything out when I got them. I don't think you can really see, but basically, you know, with like acrylic wash, sometimes it can get a little bit shiny and a bit kind of smooth, and it's not easy to like work on top of, I find. At least with the whole bean acrylic wash, I find that a little bit difficult. But then with the Japanese ones, they have a really nice texture to them, I find. It's just a little bit grainy, it's almost kind of pastel-esque, and they dry like matte, and I really enjoy using these. I've really been enjoying them recently. I have a fairly limited colour palette. I do have a good few of them, but these two, the Japanese red brown and then the Japanese blue grey, they're the ones that I like the most, and they'll probably form a majority of my palette for this piece. So I kind of want to keep the pinky red tones for the bushes, and then kind of have bluey grey browns. Like maybe the brown will be a transition between the warms and the cools. So like, and I suppose this is the general kind of colour palette I've been doing for the whole, apart from the first image, which I feel like threw off the rest of them. I feel like this is the kind of colour palette for the setting that they've been going into, and it's also one of my kind of favourite colour palettes at the moment. so I think I'm done this piece now. I'm happy with this one. I like this one. So I'm going to zoom you in and let you see it. Here's all the brambles, and she's getting her little witch costume all torn up. I mean, I suppose it's her witch outfit, but because the prompt is costume. She's a bit angry because she's already fallen off her broomstick and now her dress is all torn up. So I'd be annoyed too if I was her. These are all the big brambly thorny bushes. And then we're back up into the night sky that you can see in the distance. It's day 6 of Folktale week. So I'll at least have to do potion, but hopefully I'll get potion and victory done. Potion is that the witches are gonna reunite after this one got a little bit sidetracked. They're going to find a secret ingredient that they needed for their potion. Okay, so while I'm waiting on this piece to dry, I'm gonna start sketching out the last one, which is they brew a potion with the bark from the magic tree and cure themselves of their foolishness. Woo! I'm gonna try and keep this one slightly more simple because 7 days of doing these pieces is tiring me out. I don't want to overwork it. Okay, so that is the second last piece for Folktale week done. So we've got our 3 witches coming to the end of their journey, and they found the magic tree that they're going to use the bark from to make their potion. Day 7. So I'm going to keep it simple. I might go and do like maybe a light pink in the background, but yeah. They have their potion and they're going to be all happy and smiley and cured of their foolishness. It's Sunday, so it's the last day of Folktale week. I enjoy doing this. I think next year I would like to do these in advance as opposed to doing them the week of, just because I didn't like how I rushed through some of these pieces and I ended up not liking them. I think this piece is definitely my favourite piece, and a lot of people on Instagram liked the first piece, but I don't like rushing through it. Also, I'm sorry about the lighting. It's a sunny day and over here there's some trees and the sun is shining through it, so it's really inconsistent, and I don't have blinds on these windows. I can't do anything about it and I have to film, so you're gonna have to stick with this. So let's get into this and get this last one done. The last you'll see of all their little costumes. So they took the potion and they were cured of their foolishness. I decided to make the potion like a big and sparkly, kind of like to bring in the sparkles from the tree in this piece and the blues. I thought that was a fun piece. So we'll do a little flip through of all of the pieces from start to finish. So we've got Fool, Tree, Stars, Rebel, Costume, Potion, and Victory. So yeah, I thought that was a fun little project to do. I'd love to, overall, I think my like end feelings are that like I would enjoy doing this with more time. I really enjoyed making my own story. I think I'll stick with that route next year, but I think as soon as the prompts come out I might start on my pieces and take it slow, because with the way it worked this time I was rushing doing them in like the last hour of daylight after work, less even, so it was a little bit a little bit hurried in some places. Like, I feel like I could have executed this one a lot better. Same with this one. This one is my favourite one still. I do enjoy how this one came out. I think it turned out really well. And then these two, I feel like they were a little bit rushed as well. Like, this is just a plain background. It's not like very good. And this one, the composition isn't great in these last two anyways. But nonetheless, I did it. I did Folktale Week. Overall, I'm so happy with it, and I've gotten really nice feedback from everyone on Instagram as well. I really wasn't expecting it, because I went into it just being like, I'll post them. They'll be crap, but it'll be fun to do. I hope you enjoyed me taking you along for this sort of little exploration type thing, and I will see you next time. Bye!